As the great spiritual leader, Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." This profound statement echoes the essence of our journey towards spiritual growth and personal development. It's about discovering our true selves, not in isolation, but in relation to others and the world around us. And what better guide can there be on this journey than the teachings of Christ? Today we're embarking on an exploration of 7 ways to get closer to Christ. These aren't just steps or tasks to be checked off a list, but rather, they are pathways that lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Each pathway is a profound journey in itself, a journey of transformation and enlightenment. Getting closer to Christ isn't about religious rituals or dogma. It's about embodying the essence of Christ's teachings in our daily lives. It's about love and forgiveness, humility and service, wisdom, righteousness, and faith. These aren't just abstract concepts, but tangible actions and attitudes that can shape our lives and our relationships with others. Why is it important to get closer to Christ? Because Christ's teachings provide us with a roadmap for personal growth and spiritual enlightenment. They guide us towards a life filled with love, compassion, understanding, and peace. They help us navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. And most importantly, they lead us towards a deeper connection with our true selves and the divine. But remember, this journey isn't about reaching a destination. It's about the journey itself. It's about the transformation that occurs as we walk these pathways, as we embody these teachings, as we live these truths. It's about finding a deeper meaning in life, a sense of purpose that goes beyond our individual selves and connects us with something greater. As we journey through these 7 ways to get closer to Christ, remember these are pathways to find a deeper meaning in life. Mother Teresa once said, "If we have no peace, it's because we have forgotten that we belong to each other." A profound statement that resonates deeply with Christ's teachings. Christ's message was one of love and forgiveness, and it's these 2 principles that form the cornerstone of our journey towards Him. Think about the parable of the prodigal son, as told in the book of Luke. The father in this story shows an immense capacity for both love and forgiveness, welcoming his wayward son back with open arms, no questions asked. This parable is a vivid illustration of God's boundless love and infinite forgiveness. Like the father in the story, God is always ready to welcome us back, no matter how far we've strayed. The Apostle Paul echoes this sentiment in his first letter to the Corinthians, when he writes, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud." This verse is a gentle reminder that love is not a force that seeks to dominate, but a force that seeks to serve. It is humble, gracious, and always forgiving. And let's not forget the words of Martin Luther King Jr., who famously said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Dr. King was a spiritual leader who understood the transformative power of love and forgiveness. His life and his words serve as a testament to the power of these 2 principles. The road to Christ is paved with love and forgiveness. It's not an easy road, but it's a rewarding one. As we walk this path, we must strive to love unconditionally and forgive without reservation. We must remember that everyone we meet is a fellow traveler on this journey, and we all belong to each other. By embracing love and forgiveness, we take the first step towards getting closer to Christ. The Dalai Lama once said, "Be kind whenever possible, it is always possible." This sentiment echoes the teachings of Christ, who placed great importance on the virtue of humility. Humility, as we know, is not about thinking less of oneself, but instead it's about thinking of oneself less. It's about putting others before us, about serving, about being kind, and about realizing that we are all connected. In the book of Philippians chapter 2 verses 3 and 4, it is written, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others." This verse reminds us that humility is a quality central to the teachings of Christ. The spiritual leader, Mother Teresa, who dedicated her life to serving the poor and the sick, once said, "If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are." It is a profound statement that speaks volumes about the power of humility. It is a shield that guards us against the highs and lows of life, keeping us grounded and focused on what truly matters. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 12, Jesus says, "For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." This verse clearly illustrates that humility paves the path towards spiritual elevation. It is a stepping stone towards becoming more Christ-like. The beauty of humility lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require grand gestures or heroic acts. It blossoms in the everyday moments, in every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every gesture of understanding. When we practice humility, we open our hearts to others and in turn, invite them to do the same. By practicing humility, we become more like Christ, bringing us a step closer to Him. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Everybody can be great, because anybody can serve." With these profound words, we are reminded of the significance of service in the teachings of Christ. Service is not just about volunteering or performing random acts of kindness. It's about aligning our actions with the love and compassion that Christ demonstrated throughout His life. It's about embodying the spirit of giving, not just of material possessions, but of our time, our energy, and our hearts. The Bible, in Galatians chapter 6, verse 10, encourages us to, "As we have opportunity, let us do good to all people." This is a clear call to service. It doesn't specify who to serve or how to serve. It simply says to do good to all people, whenever we have the opportunity. That's a powerful directive, one that pushes us to look beyond our immediate circles, to reach out to others, to make a positive impact in any way we can. Mother Teresa once said, "We can do no great things, only small things with great love." This is a gentle reminder that service doesn't have to involve grand gestures. It's the small acts of kindness, done with great love, that truly make a difference. Service, in its purest form, is a manifestation of love. It's about putting others before ourselves, about caring for our fellow human beings, about making sacrifices for the greater good. It's about using our talents and abilities to make the world a better place, in whatever small way we can. In the Gospel of Matthew, Christ said, "The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve." These words are a testament to the life of service that Christ lived. By striving to live a life of service, we are not just following Christ's teachings, we are embodying them. We are becoming Christ-like. By living a life of service, we embody Christ's teachings, bringing us closer to Him. Let us strive to serve, to give, to love, and in doing so, let us draw closer to Christ and closer to the greatness that lies within us all. As the renowned spiritual author Eckhart Tolle once said, "Wisdom comes with the ability to be still." Indeed, wisdom is not merely a collection of knowledge or a product of age. Wisdom is the discernment of truth, the understanding of life's complexities, and the ability to make choices that bring harmony and love into our lives. In the teachings of Christ, wisdom holds a paramount place. It is this wisdom that lights the way for us, guiding us through the labyrinth of life's challenges. It is this wisdom that helps us understand the profound message of love and forgiveness that Christ embodied. The book of Proverbs in the Bible states, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." This fear is not about being afraid, but rather about awe, reverence, and respect. It's about recognizing the magnificence of the divine and our humble place within the grand scheme of existence. Seeking this kind of wisdom in Christ's teachings is about more than just reading the Bible. It's about contemplating the meaning behind the words, applying them to our lives, and striving to live by them. It's about growing in understanding and aligning our lives with the principles of love, forgiveness, humility, and service. The Dalai Lama, a spiritual leader revered by millions, once said, "The goal is not to be better than the other man, but your previous self." This encapsulates the journey of seeking wisdom. It's not about comparing ourselves to others, but about continually growing, learning, and evolving. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves, guided by the wisdom we glean from Christ's teachings. By seeking wisdom, we're not just gaining intellectual knowledge, We're developing a deeper understanding of life, of ourselves, and of others. We're cultivating a mindset that fosters compassion, empathy, and love. We're learning to navigate life's storms with grace and resilience. By seeking wisdom, we grow in understanding, bringing us closer to Christ. Billy Graham, a well-known evangelist, once said, "Righteousness is not just the private practice of doing good, it is a public value that must be woven into every facet of society." This, my friends, is a profound statement that resonates deeply with the teachings of Christ. Righteousness, as we understand from the teachings of Christ, is not merely about being right or doing good deeds. Rather, it is a state of being, a state of heart and mind that is aligned with the divine. It is about being just, about being morally upright, and about being in right standing with God. Let's take a moment to reflect upon some of the teachings of Christ and other spiritual leaders that emphasize the importance of righteousness. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 6, says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." This is a clear indication of the value Christ placed on righteousness. It tells us that those who earnestly seek righteousness, who crave it as one might crave food and drink, will be satisfied. Even in the Old Testament, the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 3, it is written, "Blessed are those who act justly, who always do what is right." This verse further emphasizes the significance of righteousness, of doing what is right and just. Martin Luther King Jr., a spiritual leader of our times, once said, "The time is always right to do what is right." This statement, while simple, is incredibly powerful. It means that righteousness is not something we pursue only when it's convenient or easy. It's something we should strive for in every moment of our lives. By pursuing righteousness, we are not just aligning ourselves with a set of moral standards. We are aligning ourselves with the heart of Christ, with his teachings, and with his love for humanity. This alignment, this pursuit of righteousness, brings us closer to Christ. It makes us more like him, and it fills our lives with a sense of purpose and fulfillment. By pursuing righteousness, we align ourselves with Christ's teachings, bringing us closer to him. Pope Francis once said, "Faith is not a light which scatters all our darkness, but a lamp which guides our steps in the night and suffices for the journey." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of faith and its role in our spiritual journey. Faith, in essence, is a deeply personal and transformative belief in the teachings of Christ. It's the internal compass that guides us toward the path of righteousness, even when the road ahead appears uncertain or fraught with challenges. It's an unwavering trust in the divine wisdom of Christ's teachings, a belief that they hold the key to our spiritual growth and fulfillment. The Bible, the holy book of Christianity, is replete with verses that emphasize the significance of faith. In the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1, it is written, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." This verse underscores the essence of faith as an unshakable belief in the unseen, a steadfast confidence in the divine promise of Christ. Likewise, spiritual leaders throughout history have echoed the importance of faith. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." This quote encapsulates the courage and resilience inherent in faith. It's about stepping into the unknown, guided by the light of Christ's teachings. Cultivating faith is an ongoing process. It requires consistent effort, introspection, and an open heart. It involves immersing oneself in the teachings of Christ, seeking wisdom from the Bible, and striving to live a life that reflects Christ's teachings. It's about nurturing a deep and personal relationship with Christ, built on trust, love, and spiritual understanding. By cultivating faith, we deepen our connection to Christ. We become more aligned with his teachings, more resilient in the face of adversity, and more open to the spiritual wisdom he offers. Cultivating faith is not merely about believing in Christ. It's about allowing his teachings to illuminate our path and guide our steps, just as a lamp guides us in the night. It's about embarking on a spiritual journey with Christ as our guiding light. As we conclude, let us remember the words of St. Augustine. Faith is to believe what you do not see. The reward of this faith is to see what you believe. We've journeyed through 7 transformative ways to get closer to Christ, each offering a unique perspective on our spiritual path. First, we embraced love and forgiveness. understanding that they are the core of Christ's teachings. Then, we practiced humility, recognizing our insignificance in the vastness of the universe, yet acknowledging our worth in the eyes of God. We learned about service, putting others before ourselves and living a life of purpose. We sought wisdom, not just knowledge, but enlightenment that goes beyond worldly comprehension. We pursued righteousness, striving to live a life of integrity and moral uprightness. Finally, we cultivated faith, the cornerstone of our relationship with Christ. Each step is a commitment, a journey, a transformation. Share your experiences or thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your spiritual journey starts now.